Hello everyone. In my previous video I showed you how to add ExoPlayer in Sketchware project. In this video I will show you how to add controls in this ExoPlayer. Controls like changing quality, speed, subtitles and full screen. So first I will show you how I added it in Library Manager. So you have to go to Library Manager and you have to add this complete ExoPlayer version 2.19.1 and when you download it, you should not select skip downloading subdependencies. You should download all the subdependencies and then select all these subdependencies except for these two, Kotlin stdlib. Okay, and after this one is my player view. So you can see that I have converted it to player view. Now I will directly move on to adding these controls. So here all these are image views and I have named them as IV quality, IV speed, IV subtitles and IV full screen. Now this one linear one is a linear layout and I have converted it to frame layout. And inside this first I have put the player view which is converted to this player view and then this linear layout. The name of this linear layout or the ID of this linear layout has been changed to overlay controls, and this will be used several times in the code, so you have to change it to overlay controls. Now set the height of the player view to match parent. Now let's move to events. Here you can see that I have declared a boolean variable is full screen and then 4 custom variables: ExoPlayer player, default track selector, runnable, hide runnable and handler. So all these are custom variables. Then in imports I have put following: ExoPlayer media item, default track selector, mapping track selector, mapped track info, player view, track selector dialog builder, and this C and activity info. All these are in imports. In on create, first I define track selector and set its parameters. After that I define player as new ExoPlayer and set track selector to it, and then build this player and set it as the player of the player view. After this I get video URL from intent and set define a media item using this URL, and then set this media item as the media item of player, then prepare and play the player. So all this is about the playing the video. Now after this I define the handler as new handler and define the hide runnable as hide controls. So this handler and hide runnable, hide controls, all these will be used to hide the linear layout which contains those control buttons. So it will be visible for 5 seconds whenever user touches the screen, and then it will be gone. So that's why I have used this handler and runnable. And show controls temporarily will display that for 5 seconds. Display all the buttons for 5 seconds. So I will show you that now. So this hide controls basically hides or sets the visibility of overlay controls to gone. Overlay controls is the linear layout which contains all those 4 buttons. Okay, quality, speed and all those buttons. And so here in hide controls I make it gone and remove the callback from the handler. And in show controls temporarily button, I make the overlay controls visible, and from handler I remove callbacks, and then after 5 seconds I hide runnable, means hide the overlay controls. So this is hide controls and show controls, and they are used in on create. Here in this hide runnable, I use hide controls to define this hide runnable, and show controls temporarily used in on create. So initially the controls will be visible, and after 5 seconds they will become invisible. Now in on stop event, I have used handler.remove callbacks hide runnable, and in on pause event there is player.pause, and in on destroy player.release. Okay, so all this is here, and in this player view on click event, if the overlay controls visibility equal to visible, so if the overlay controls are visible, then I hide the controls, else I show controls temporarily. Okay, so when user clicks the player view, okay, you can also use on touch event listener instead of on click event, but here I've used on click only. So now let's move to these buttons. So these are the IV speed, IV quality, IV subtitles, and IV full screen. So for the quality, this is the code. Okay, nothing to be changed here. Only thing, I think this player should be same as the player you define. Okay, and this track selector. This is also all these track selector and player are the custom variables which have been defined. So this is show quality dialog. Similarly, there is show subtitle dialog. This is very much similar to the show quality dialog. Okay, this is different. C.track type text. Next is toggle full screen. In toggle full screen, here I use this more block is full. Sorry, I use this variable. The boolean variable is full screen. So if is full screen, set request orientation activity info dot screen orientation portrait, else screen orientation landscape, and then set is full screen to not is full screen. Okay, so this is toggle full screen, and all these are used here. In IV quality, I use show quality dialog. In IV subtitles, I use show subtitle dialog, and in is full screen on click, toggle full screen button is used. Okay, and similarly there is a show speed menu. Here I define a pop-up menu and define these 4 speeds: 0.5x, 1x, 1.5x, 2x. Okay, you can change it. Then I set a menu item click listener for this speed menu, and when this item is clicked, I define the speed by getting this menu item and set it as the playback speed of the player. Okay, so this is how I set speed. Here you can, I have not added any toast message, but you can add a toast message whenever the speed is changed. And this is used in IV speed on click event, show speed menu. Okay, so that's all here. Let's run the project. So now the app is installed. This is the app, and let's play one video, this MPD video. So here you can see the 4 controls at the top and the video is playing. Okay, this is the normal speed, and when I click on, okay, this is video quality. So when I select this one, it should become blur. Here you can see now the video quality is not so good. Okay, and this one should increase the video quality. It starts loading again when I change the video quality. Okay, so now you can see the video quality is good. Okay, next this one is for speed. When I click on 0.5, it becomes slow, and when I click on 2x, it becomes fast. It is not low, so I click on 1x. This is the normal speed. Now when I click on subtitles, there are no subtitles. This is, I think, not working, the subtitle thing. None of the videos has any subtitles. And now the toggle full screen. When I click on toggle full screen, it becomes full screen. And when I click on it again, it changes back to this normal screen. And you can see that it disappears after 5 seconds. So you wait for 5 seconds and then it will disappear. So that's all in this video. Thank you very much for watching this.